all to the program. I want to welcome you all watching here live on YouTube. Live. Oh my gosh, really? Did I just say that? Okay. All in all, this is the show, okay? This is everything. All right, I'm giving you my voice and video all in one stream. Yeah, cutting edge, right? Well, okay, if you're watching, then you know this is pretty meh. Exactly. MEH. Yes, that's exactly what I'm working with. I'm just like pulling tools wherever I can find them, make whatever I can make here. Hello, welcome everybody for watching my show. Thank you. Hopefully I give you great quality for the next however many minutes this is going to be. Hopefully not too long. May just be half an hour. Sounds right. I mean, it's prime time, so there's a lot of good TV on right now. All in all, hi. I'm J. Ronald Jenkins. That's my name. All over the internet, wherever you can find me, whether that be on Twitter. That handle is at J. Ronald Jenkins. You can find me on LinkedIn as well. J. Ronald Jenkins again. Very interesting thing. Obviously, LinkedIn was not necessarily designed for, entertainment and products, video and social networking in the fun sense. But I am an individual who is seeking positions of creativity within that industry, within entertainment. Okay, I am a writer or producer and even editor for the videos, definitely. I even have experience in audio, which is why I've went back to podcasting here. And I'm trying to put it all together, get some sort of franchise going on my own accord. I'm looking for positions that match my skill set. I feel like this is a great way to show off to the world what I can do, what I'm capable of doing. Hopefully people will notice. Hopefully I give them grade A quality and they recognize. That's my first and foremost goal here, is to try and get a very good, almost dream position within the entertainment world and within the informative media industry. Hopefully I can, use that to leverage my way into other traditional forms of entertainment, whether that be filmmaking, which is definitely my goal, if not at least writing. That's the end game here. Some people will say money. Yeah, you could kind of say that, but I'll explain that later on. So yes, I'm J. Ronald Jenkins, a writer. Some of the things that I've written, you probably haven't seen them because I'm not John Green or anything. I haven't written books. I haven't had anything published widely other than an article for Yahoo Contributor Network, and also my blog, which is neuroticwriter.com. Go ahead, check that out. That's, of course, under construction, but still, everything online is always under construction. Every project is really under construction. That's no different. So, just a lot of different articles and blog posts. That's mainly some of the things that I've ever published. Now, when it comes to actual fiction, which is certainly something that I dream about doing as a career, certainly as a goal, I've got a few things in the works. First of all, I've written about 7 episodes. Listen to me, about 7. well, whatever the hell that means. Yeah, that's what I've done. About 7 episodes of what was intended to be a television series, multi-camera. That was the concept behind it. Of course, it's yet to have been made. If it was, I wouldn't be, presenting myself in such an a professional manner, with a very somewhat shoddy camera. But I'll explain that later. But yeah, I have not sold that series or any of those scripts. Those episodes were supposed to be a multi-camera sitcom, like the stuff you find on TBS or on like an independent station for syndication. It was a show called Locked In. It was supposed to be a parody of the Kardashians and very similar families that find themselves presented all over reality television. That's the inspiration behind that series. Very good characters that kind of follow them to a good degree. The main character in that sitcom was supposed to be like a more so based on Lindsay Lohan, and the rest of the family more like, I don't know, the Pratts. I don't know. I don't even know his name. What's his? Spencer and Heidi. Yeah, that's right. It's supposed to be based off them and, of course, the Kardashians. That was some of the material I was writing in one project for that show called Locked In. Now, I also have another teleplay that I'm working on, which is going to be a pilot for a program called Rotunda. I'm not even going to try and get into a lot of specifics with that one because it's going to be hard to understand, but it takes place in modern day LA with people who are into alternative types of subcultures and how they cope with the Los Angeles lifestyle. Now, I'm not an expert in that, and at the same time, I feel like as a non-Los Angelino, it would be a great learning experience. Like I can gather research about that whole region of the nation before I, try to embark on a move there someday in my life. Hopefully, because of course that's going to be a huge part of my dream. So, that's just something for me personally, as well as professionally. I really hope it gets picked up. That's certainly something that I'm passionate about, mainly because I'm working on it now. But I really do hope that it becomes something. Now, the whole basis of that series is not just under the concept of coping in Los Angeles, being a different type of person, but it's about, I guess, identity crisis or existential crises, something like that. It's really about discovering who you are and where you fit, and being okay with it, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to spoil too much of it. I just don't. But when you see it, you'll know what I'm trying to get to. But I'm not going to get too far ahead of myself on that. It'll take forever for me to explain like the true story behind that. And yes, it is in fact a true story, and a lot of y'all will be weirded out by what is involved in that story. So keep your eyes and ears open. Hopefully there's submission contest somewhere, or some sort of television script festival coming up. Hopefully I can, submit there and it can be made into something significant. So that's something to keep an eye open for. One of my, televised works. Now also, I know this is going to sound pretty pretentious, but I just got to speak on this for a little bit. And I'm not just doing television scripts, but I'm also a writer of film scripts. Obviously, I mentioned filmmaking, and I'm a writer. So, some of the other things I'm trying to write right now are, well, okay, I have something called the Keith Rasmussen Vehicle. Okay, that sounds weird, but it's just some guy trying to become like, an actor, and his brother, his adopted brother, is having like some issues with neurosis, and he's a professional writer. Yeah, I mean, it once again, writers stuff, and the nerves and the feels that go into that line of work, because I experience it, so why not write about it, right? So that's that. Now, also, I have another one called PSA. This one's pretty different. This one's somewhat refreshing. Now, of course, the 80s has been done to death, but I feel like I can write about it in a way that's different, that's somewhat true, but also like mythological in a way, right? It's about like this high school and their experiences before like a major football game in 1980s Houston. Houston is my hometown, by the way. And it's just exploring their issues in a very bohemian series of events, with drug use and sexual activity, seedy situations. Someone gets into gambling debt. Someone else, just all types of drama that most teenagers deal with, and it's just done from the aspect of a youth in 1980s Houston, Texas. It's kind of based on a few other 80s classics, like Risky Business and or Fast Times at Ridgemont High, maybe The Breakfast Club. I don't know. That's something that you ought to try and read up on, if I ever, get the thing finished. And I will. I believe I will someday. So keep your eyes open on that. I intend on making this podcast / broadcast, simulcast, a regular thing, and hopefully I gather a consistent audience that is willing to take a listen, take a watch, take a view, take a look. Wow, okay, take a good look and a good listen at some of the things that I have to show for you all, and I don't know, the coming weeks, the coming years. I don't know. I just want to let you all know who I am, and a big part of who I am is my writings. Oh, and I'm always going to present like a lot of the projects that I do. This is what this whole broadcast is about. This simulcast is all about like all of my other projects, because I want to This is what I do. This is my living, even though it's not really making much of a living for me, but you know, this is what I do. And this is what I can give to society if they're interested in it. And hopefully I will pique their interest by simulcasting like this. So hopefully, you guys take a good look at some of the things that I have coming up. Now, one last piece of writing that, okay, now, one last thing that I'm writing is kind of weird, it's kind of funny, because it's far-fetched. The likelihood of it, like, coming to fruition, I don't know. It's pretty up in the air. Obviously, DC, Direct Comics, they're making like a whole slew of films within the next few years. I'm hoping to get in on some of that action. Kevin Smith, if you're watching or listening somehow, and if any of y'all know him, he's the guy behind like all the awesome 90s movies and not so awesome 2000s movies. The guy behind Clerks and stuff like that. He's a big nerd for comic book movies, especially DC. He wanted to make Superman. Now, I bring this up because a lot of movies are in the works for DC. I'm trying to write Wonder Woman. I know. As stupid as it is, as far-fetched as it is, as weird as it looks, for this guy to try and write Wonder Woman, yeah, laugh at that, okay? That is entertaining right there. And, I'm reading like all the articles online, including at Motley Fool, and I'm just agreeing with so many of their arguments. And I'm looking at all the forums online, all the worries that all the fans have about like every movie that's in plans for DC, and certainly Wonder Woman's one of them. That's the thing that just got under me and told me, dude, you got to try your hand at this. You got to write that script. The reason why I brought up Kevin Smith is because, I read somewhere, heard somewhere that he wrote Superman, the one that was meant to come out like in the late 90s, but never really got made until 06. And that one was Superman Returns, and it wasn't very good. Yeah. And and then they went ahead and made like Man of Steel, and a lot of people are saying that wasn't very good. I still like Man of Steel, but it could have been better. Yeah, it was better than Superman Returns. I've seen it. All in all, I want to do a superhero movie, and I feel like Wonder Woman is the one I want to write for some reason. And just reading the origin story is a very powerful story. It touches on myth, touches on war, touches on a lot of contemporary issues. And when you have women in particular, there are certain issues that don't even get talked about in other forms of cinema. Either that, or I just want to write it because I don't know. It just seems like a very important thing to be attached to and have credit for. I don't know. I just want to write it. I think I got some great ideas. I'm working on it. I got a treatment going on. I think I'm like 10 pages deep into treatment, which means I'm not doing it right. But, I'm gonna keep on going after it and see if I can get a screenplay out of this, and, see if I can just troll the living shit out of Kevin Smith and see what could become of that script somehow. I don't know if he's got connections. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. I sound. I don't know. I sound pretty lucid whenever I speak about mainstream entertainment, because it is far-fetched. It really is a dream job for a lot of people that doesn't really work out for a lot of reasons. I don't know. I am serious about it because this life thing is so short and it's so weird. If you don't really grab it by the balls completely, things get pretty tragic pretty quickly. It's, if you're not living your dream, man, are you even living? That's, and I hate to sound dark when I say that, but I'm really trying to be like inspirational when I say that, because I really feel devoted to entertainment as an industry, and devoted to my abilities as a writer and as an artist, because writing is an art, definitely it is, and I want to be able to be the best, to give to that chorus of people that they spend like a good amount of money on cable TV, or just going to the movies, and they feel empty walking away from them, saying, oh man, that was a waste of time, oh, geez, that was expensive, or they really don't have any new ideas in Hollywood, or all these people get paid so much money for such poor work, stuff like that. I want to be able to kind of reverse that in a way, just try to touch the hearts and minds, and just fire up the souls of everyone who is interested in seeing art. I don't know. I sound pretentious, but still, I think the industry of entertainment is very important, not just to me, but to society as a whole, in a greater sense. Oh well, so those are my writings. Now, other than my writings, I have other things that I hope you all are familiar with, or maybe you're new. If so, thank you for joining me. Thank everyone once again for joining me. My name is J. Ronald Jenkins. This is the first simulcast of my podcast, and wow, the video version of this podcast. You may recognize me from other videos, vlogs, and or blogs. Really, my videos are all exclusively on YouTube, youtube.com/filmjenkins. Really, it's youtube.com/user/filmjenkins. A lot of people don't remember that, but I don't know, maybe it doesn't matter. But yeah, the channel name is Film Jenkins, FILMJENKINS. Check it out. I have about, actually, I think this will be the 50th video, but that includes locked videos that I've uploaded and made private because they're practically useless, and or they were meant for temporary bullshit that never really came into fruition. So yeah, this would be episode number 50, the video number 50. This is episode 1 of a completely different series. I guess the broadcast of Jenkins is what I'll call it. Get acclimated. Take a good look at my videos. If I'm a nice guy, subscribe. I understand the quality may not be there completely. I try. I am still trying to give it a full, conscious effort. Trying to give it one hell of a go because I take it seriously. I'm not just there to try and get partnered up and make X amount of dollars and just, flash that in front of everybody. No, I'm not that kind of guy, okay? I take video seriously. I'm trying to give y'all at least a little bit of a chuckle before that 1 minute video is up. And then you go on your merry way and, you feel a little bit lighthearted. I'm trying to get some vines going, see if I can get them on Vine and then get them on YouTube. Because I feel like YouTube is that important. So I have vlogs, and a lot of them are like behind the scenes documentaries documenting my time working on a TV series with my college's television network. My college is University of North Texas. The network was North Texas Television, and the show I worked on was Thorns. I was production assistant, which is a very important role, by the way. I recorded audio, I synchronized audio with video, and I assembled a lot of the important equipment, cameras and such, monitors, boom mic, lighting related equipment. I did that. So, if you want to see what I can do as a member of crew, check out the show Thorns on NTTV. It is on many of the major carriers within the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. If you live in an extreme southeastern Oklahoma, or any part of north central Texas, all the way up to the Red River and or towards Texarkana, check out NTTV. Try and wait for a show called Thorns, or try and tape it on I don't know if Netflix has it, but try to TiVo it and watch it. Binge watch it if you want. You will see what my efforts combined with the efforts of so many of my peers, most of whom are classmates. See what we did on that project. It was like an 8-episode series, so it's not like this long series, but check it out. It was a great experience, truly immersive. A lot of people who take that industry very seriously. Those guys and girls are going places. In fact, some of them are already going places, like literally. I know a guy went down to Austin, and he's working in film festivals there. Hopefully he can see this video and hook up with me and see if he can take me on aboard one of his projects. I don't know. I think he's down in San Antonio now. He was over in Mexico for a little bit, doing other principal shooting for his current project. There's a girl who's working right now as a newscaster. I don't know exactly where now. There's another girl who's working with CW33 in Dallas. So that's awesome. Shout out to her. A lot of great people. And I remember that time very well. They're cool people. They really take seriously radio, television, and film, as do I. Hopefully they're going places too, and we can hook up and, I don't know, make some more episodes. I don't know. And I've documented that time on my YouTube channel. So those are some of the vlogs. Also, I have just random vlogs, me living just doing stuff. I have like small vlogs, quickies, but they're going to be combined with vines, and they're just going to be one, almost like a comic strip of things happening or something happening like real fast, and it's usually going to be funny, or something that makes you think. Okay, I like entertainment that makes you think. So that's what's also available. Now, I also have something in the pipelines. Well, I've already released like 4 or 5 episodes. Man, I really should know my own projects as I'm speaking about them to each and every one of you. I have this series called Misinfotainment. Now, it is a montage of news bloopers. Now, it is not like most other news blooper collections on YouTube. This is different, okay? This is stuff that's been very carefully edited, that have certain themes to them sometimes, set to the music of, Mr. Bungle, Faith No More, just a variety of Mike Patton bands and associated acts, because he's, just a very great musical artist. I know that dude is awesome. He really is. I love his music. He's a great singer. He's great on stage. He's a hell of an entertainer. I want to be like the visual arts version of Mike Patton. Like, yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to do for film and TV what he does for music. End of. Right there. End of. Okay? The dude's amazing. So, I say to myself, you know what? Let me use his music. Obviously, because I know I can't monetize news blooper series. I can't, monetize news bloopers. I just can't. So, you know what? I will give people a hell of an entertainer, so they can feel like, okay, well, at least I get to hear Mr. Bungle. At least I get to hear Faith No More. At least I get to hear Fantomas. At least I get to hear Tomahawk. All these great bands, usually from one guy. And other great music, that I may listen to. I may slip in the Wild Hearts. They're a great band out of England. I may slip in, I may slip in Hazel. That's a great band coming out of Portland, Oregon. All these great, there's a lot of great indie garage acts from like the late 80s and early 90s that a lot of people forgot about or don't give enough credit to. They need to be featured a lot more, and I feel like as an artist, that's the least I could do. If I can't make great art, then hell, I'll feature great artists and their products and their works, and try to show that to even more people. So that's something that I want to do. Whether or not it's going to be in a major motion picture, or if that's just going to be in a news blooper series called Misinfotainment. So yeah, I got the idea to do that series from another great video series called Botchamania, which is what they do is show bloopers from wrestling matches, from wrestling contests. The guy who makes that is just some British kid, and he's made like over 200 episodes. It's really caught on in the professional wrestling subculture. A lot of the fans watch it on a regular basis, and I do too. It's funny, It's informative. If you know that wrestling's fake, you have the proof when you watch Botchamania. So I have a reference to that series because I used the same text that guy uses in his videos. So it's a real shout out to him in a way. It's kind of a tribute to him, to Matthew Gregg of England, I guess. I said that with an English accent, which is not really an accent, by the way, because they invented the language. So the way they speak it is the way it's supposed to be spoken. It's a little factoid, but I'm not trying. I'm not trying to be pretentious here. Once again, I'm just trying to let y'all know what my thought pattern is like. So yeah, you've got, what are we up to? Vlogs. We're up to quickies. Well, they're kind of vlogs as well. I mean, we also have misinfotainment. All that on Film Jenkins, which is my YouTube channel. Also have MetaTube, which is like me giving advice to other YouTubers, people who are just getting started. Because if there's anything that I am on YouTube, that's a beginner, a novice, okay, or novice, whatever. But all in all, I just try to give YouTube hacks and how-tos and all that to so many people who are trying to start up a channel on YouTube. I also try to dissect fiction, and not just, for video concepts, but, as a whole. What I'm trying to do is just have a video lesson on some of the TV tropes subjects. TV Tropes is a great website. I really recommend it if you have a lot of time and you're bored, and you don't want to go through the same few Wikipedia articles. But if you're an artist, certainly a writer, check out TV Tropes. Okay, it really makes you think about a lot of the common cues that are used in, writing fiction of any sort, whether it be for film or TV, for internet series, or for music even. So you have that there. It's very informative. I learned a lot, maybe more from TV Tropes than I ever did as a film student. Now, this is no insult to my time studying film, radio, and television at UNT, but this is kind of honest. It really is. It is a great website. The guys who wrote it, the guys who made it, they were so thorough. They really did their homework there. And, I want to take those lessons and just talk them through with the audience and, see if I can show them exactly how certain items of those sorts work. So the dissection of fiction is like an upcoming program to look out for on the Film Jenkins channel. Vlogception is another program that I'm trying to get on the Film Jenkins channel. This is where I just review vlogs. Yes, I know. I vlog about reviewing vlogs. So it's called Vlogception. I don't know. That's some ideas I come up with. Maybe it's a gem, maybe it's not. If you want to watch, hey, go ahead, subscribe. If you don't want to watch, I've got other programs. And of course, YouTube does this like every so often. They've had a music week. They've had a comedy week. So how about we continue that trend? I'm gonna have special week specials. Okay, so let me try to make a speed run of this, a review. I'm J. Ronald Jenkins, a writer. I've written like 2 different televised series that are yet to be on TV. I've got like 3 different screenplays going. I have a YouTube channel, Film Jenkins. Check that out on YouTube. I got a lot of different types of videos there, so I'm not just a one-trick pony there. Also, I have a blog. That blog is neuroticwriter.com. neuroticwriter.com. Also, wow, I've got like a Yahoo contributor network account with just one post on there. I've got I don't know. Yeah, I'm running out of things to say here because I haven't really written down a lot of things.